wanna die so soon. I got moves to make instead. I ain't scared, I'm prepared. Big ideas inside my head. I'm gonna make them manifest. And I'm dressed for success. I left, right, order my steps. Network, I ain't gotta do it by myself. Who you know, show me who you know. Better let them know we bout to blow. It's time to go, go, go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go to work, go to work, go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah. Go to work, go to work, go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't tryna trade my time, yeah. Simply wanna show you what I'm worth, yeah. Daily I'ma stay on my ground. Have a little faith and go to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna ride like every day, 'cause I want everything. I can do anything. Check my resume. It's people against you. They see what you've been through. But look in the mirror, tap into your spirit. There's power within you. Like LinkedIn, I'm locked in, get the job done when I clock in. I weighed out my options, put the work in, that's action, no lacking, just stacking. Big dreams I'm attracting, no accidents, that's fate. Just go in and have a little faith. Faith without works is dead. I don't wanna die so soon. I got moves to make instead, I ain't scared, I'm prepared. Big ideas inside my head, I'm gonna make them manifest. And I'm dressed for success. I left, right, order my steps. Network, I ain't gotta do it by myself. Who you know, show me who you know. Better let them know we bout to blow. It's time to go, go, go. Go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah. Go to work, go to work, go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't tryna trade my time, yeah. Simply wanna show you what I'm worth, yeah. Daily I'ma stay on my grind, yeah. Have a little faith and go to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, now go nuts, go nuts, go nuts, donuts, go nuts, donuts, 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 go nuts, donuts, 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 donuts.
Welcome to the Who You Know show, where what you know is important, but
Who you know?
who you know can make all the difference in your business, career, your relationships, and your life. Guys, I'm super excited and pumped to bring you a very special edition of Who You Know and Breakfast with Champions collaboration for the Champions Business Conference. And we got our live studio audience. Let's go! Let's go! So I promise you guys some motivation, some education, some inspiration, some collaboration. We're going to get it all today, okay? So you guys are in the right place. But I really wanted to kick this thing off with my man, Ramon freaking Ray. So let me give you a quick intro for those of you that don't know or are watching online. Ramon Ray, he's an in-demand business growth expert. This man is one of the most positive people that I know. Like, absolutely, it's contagious. His smile just absolutely grabs you and just brings you in. He's the publisher of BWCDaily.com and ZoneOfGenius.com. He's a motivational speaker and author, and he's the author of Celebrity CEO, which we're excited to hear you give your speech today about that. But, Ramon, I want to hear from you. I want to know. Like, tell me about your journey of becoming a small business owner and how you got to where you are today as an in-demand growth expert. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, and Trevor, I just want to say thank you for having me here. You're an amazing human, and your boy Mark as well, but it's been great to work with you, be here. And thanks to our studio audience for being here as well. Without you, we could not do this. So Trevor, I just want to uplift you and say it's been amazing to be on this ride with you, and thank you for having me on your stage today. Yeah, Trevor, I think that people are born with certain things. And I think I was just born with the desire and the love of risk. I love being uncomfortable. I don't like when things are set and done. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. And so the short of the story is, I think you only said we only have 4 hours here, is that the bottom line though is that I had a regular job working at the United Nations. Great organization. And while there, Trevor, I got fired. I got fired because somebody was jealous of what I was doing, made some problems for me, so my contract was not renewed. That forced me into entrepreneurism and being who I am today.
Hold on. I want to stop here. Stop here. So when you got let go.
Yeah. Fired. Mm-hmm.
Fired. Yeah. You got the cane.
Sounds better.
Yeah. You got fired.
Yeah.
They give you a cardboard box?
Well, back then it was more. It wasn't. That was the full cardboard, like a folder, manila folder.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You get they escort you out the building?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So when that happened, before you jumped into entrepreneurship, did you try going back into corporate America, or did you try anything else? No, you just immediately said, forget this.
Forget this. And what I started doing, all the free things, like, Ramon, could you fly here on your dime and then sleep outside, or we're going to give you no food? Could you do that for free? Before I'd be like, yes, because I had a full-time job and had money. Like, nope. And that's where I had to learn to charge and ask for money and start to understand that you need money to live.
Wow.
As an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need
that.
Are you saying you need a little cash flow?
Oh, come on. I'll take it. Let's go.
Is that what you're talking about?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh my God, these are real.
So what then? You got into entrepreneurship,
Yep.
and what was the next step for you?
Yeah, so the next step, for example, as a speaker, I had some clients while I was at the United Nations because I got fired. And that's when I had to turn and say, listen, no longer can I do this for, metaphorically, $1. I had to do this now for $10, $20, whatever that scale may be. And that's why I had to dial it up and be a full-time, not just side hustle, not just got out a full check entrepreneur. And I think that's the thirst where it got to me of experimentation. For example, not knowing that at CES, Computer Electronics Show, some of you may have been there, largest computer show in the world, I didn't know the real bloggers could meet somebody in the back of the room. I was in the front sitting there just at the event. And so I went up to Michael Dell and was like, I have a question. And he said, nothing, and left. So I had to learn the game of entrepreneurship, and now, years later, I'm here hosting an event with Michael Dell, launching a computer line, and he's in the back of the room saying, I read your blog, Ramon. And I'm like, oh my God, Michael Dell reads my blog.
Wow, hold on. That right there is a mic drop.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, because back then they didn't want me.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm hot there.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
That's exactly what happened.
That's nice, man. Yes. So, all right, talk to me about the beginning stages of that journey, though, right? So when you got fired, I want to know the mindset that you were going through. What was that like for you?
Ladies, can y'all just cover your ears a minute? It's like when I crashed my car a few weeks ago. I didn't care about me crashing my car. My wife was in the car.
Oh, okay.
And she's always telling me to slow down. So my only concern was like, yo, babe, I just want you to know I got fired. But she's one of the best women in the world. Proverbs 31 woman, just off the chain woman. And she's like, okay, I know, we'll figure it out. And I did figure it out. So bottom line is, after that, I just went to my clients that I had. I had the relationships. The who you know. I knew people over all these years. And I just had to turn that into saying, hey, I'm available now. I would love to host your event. I'd love to fly to your conference. I would love to freelance write for you. And what's the fee to charge for it? So I turned the relationships I had, because since I had a full-time job, I could do it for free. I now just turn them up into profitable enterprises.
Well, let's go into that relationship piece. How important was that for you?
Everything. So, for example, I had one of my, I forgot the number of companies, but the third or so company I've started, smallbiztechnology.com, a technology blog for small business owners. I had a connection to Microsoft. I contacted my connection, and one of the interviews I had was Nigel Burton, head of Microsoft Small Business at the United Nations. Lo and behold, taking that relationship of that person who connected me to the head of Microsoft Small Business, lo and behold, years later, they're hiring Ramon Ray to host their events. I'm going on tour with Microsoft. I'm in their studios in Seattle, Washington, speaking to small businesses. So that's how the relationship works. You just never know where things lead you. Yeah.
Well, I have a question.
Please.
So you started this, you went through that experience, and maybe that was one of the most defining moments of your life, right? Mm-hmm. One of the most defining moments of your life. When did you realize, like, you were going to make it, right? Because there's this progression, and I think a lot of our viewer audience can probably identify where you're faking it, right?
Sure.
And then you get to a certain point where you're comfortable, and then you get to make maybe that next point where you're like, okay, I'm making it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's one point. That's a great question. I think it's when, and this is a true thing. So, but anecdotally, but it's true. So I don't know, Trevor. What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say because those are.
I don't.
What am I
don't
trying
know.
to say?
I don't know.
I got to ask somebody what I'm trying to say. No, meaning it's a true thing that happened, but it's not directly answering the question. Follow me, Mark. I can see you're like, what the heck is he saying? But we're on live TV, so you're like trying to help me make sense. I get it. But here's what happened. So at the same time, Black Enterprise and an Inc. magazine said, Ramon, can you write for us? So I'm just an opportunistic person. I said, yes. So they said, we'll pay you $1 per word. And I was like, that sucks. $1 per word? I mean, who wants to write for that? Denmark. When they said, we want you to write a couple thousand words, I said, oh, Lord Almighty. You want me to write 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 words of what I already know about that I can write in my sleep? That's when I knew if I can connect what I can do to people who have a need, I will make money and will never starve.
Dang.
Amen.
So you said
That's
$1 a word,
$1 a word back in the day. Yeah, $1 a word.
bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's
It
good,
is.
man.
But I didn't realize it though when
With
they said-
ChatGPT,
Come on now,
bro.
Come on now.
I'd be like, woo, let's go. I'd be so rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we didn't have Chat GPT then. Back then, we only had chat. The GPT wasn't invented. We just had the chat. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
$1 a word. That's
right.
That's
That's right. But Trevor, see, you think in today's, that
No,
was
no,
that.
I know.
Yeah, okay. That was like the horse and buggy, you kerosene and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so you've built and sold some companies?
I have.
Talk to me about that experience.
Started 5 companies, Family Computer Consulting Services, the ugliest logos in the world. You go to the business card place where you go there and they have the printer. So I had Family Computer Consulting Services, who were one of the clients I'm in front of. United Nations security guard, big guy, like 8 foot tall, looked like Goliath on steroids. I'm sitting there trying to fix his computer, and the modem fried in front of him. It was the most miserable experience. So that company dissolved, literally. That was Family Computer Consulting Services. Next company I started then was smallbiztechnology.com. I bought a domain name, put content up, and I sold that 20 years later to the date. Then I started Small Business Summit. That was an event business. Built that up, and another blogger bought it. Other company I started was smarthustle.com, and that I sold last year, 7 years after I started it. And today I run Zone of Genius and other things. I'm losing track, but yeah, I think it's 5.
Yeah, you got
6.
a lot, man. You got a lot going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I want to know about, okay, so now you're the publisher of
Yes.
BWCDaily.com.
BW. I know it's Dallas, but BW.
We in the D-Dub, okay? It's the DF Dub.
Okay, all right,
Okay,
all right.
anyways. So tell me a little bit about what the vision is.
Absolutely.
For BWC.
Thank you.
I had to
Yeah.
make sure that's good
Yes.
for you.
So bottom line,
Daily.com.
as many of the people here know, because we are in this amazing community. Yes?
Let's go.
We're in this amazing community founded by Glenn Lundy of motivation, education, inspiration with a high dose of positivity where everybody has a seat at the table. This is what we
go.
do. A slice of personal development to help you live your best life. Woo, come on now.
Let's go.
Come on now.
Let's go.
Come on now.
Let's go.
All right. And where everybody has a seat at the table to live your best life or start or grow your business. So the aspect of BWC Daily is we are a media company, yes, which houses this powerful community. What does that consist of? A podcast, when our team gets it working right, a podcast, an event business like we have here, and more. We live video, which we're testing out, and of course we have the platforms of Clubhouse, as long as it's around, and Twitter, as long as it's around. So that's what BWC Daily is, though. A media company producing content and helping to change people's lives. That's what we do, and I'm the publisher.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Awesome. That's awesome.
What's been the biggest, you know how we get those DMs, right?
I do.
And from
Yes.
Clubhouse,
Yes.
right?
Oh my God, yes.
Tell me what's been the most impactful DM that you've received from somebody you've, been able to pour into.
Yeah, I think it's probably from Dora Maria saying the audio feed works. I think that was the most impactful. No, I was joking, messing with you. No, but I think the most. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself, Trevor. The
was
most
pretty good.
impactful was though. I think the most impactful, and I do receive these emails because as some of you know, you're on my email list. I say, I'm a real human. Reply back to me, and people do. So I believe hearing an email from someone, legit, Trevor and Mark, saying, Ramon, I got this email. This helped me. Ramon, this segment today touched me. And or hearing from people, many of us here, we're a misfit group of jacked up people saying, I was going to commit suicide. I was going to do this. I felt this. And this community helped change my life. It's helped me. I'm leading it because I'm a recipient of it. It's helped my marriage.
Paying it forward.
Yes, paying it forward. So for me, knowing when I go out there and seeing somebody who's working somewhere, they don't want to be there, I'm like, yo, bro, what's up? Are you okay? How are you? And you feel them or not. And I say, yo, listen, BWC Daily, man. BWC Daily.
Get you a dose.
That's right. Get you a
little dose of that good. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But I go to church in Newark, so I got to be careful. I can't say get you a dose because I go to church in Newark, New Jersey. So I probably say like get you. I got to say something else.
So the Celebrity CEO.
Yes.
Like your book.
Please.
Right. We got that out.
That's
what
right.
are some of the key takeaways that you can share with the listener and viewer
Absolutely.
audience on your personal brand, building your personal brand and your image?
Yeah, great question. Here's the challenge, I think, Mark, for many of us smaller business owners, which is my market and my forte. I think, one, we want more sales, which is great. I'm a firm believer in stop trying to get more sales. Before you get more sales, build more trust. But Mark, stop.
But wait, there's more.
Exactly. Instead, before you get more trust, get more attention. So I'm a firm believer, attention, because if I don't get your attention, game's over. Attention plus trust, that then will equal more sales. So there's many ways, many different ways to $1 in successful business. Thank you. But that's my game. How can I get more attention from the people who I can serve, build their trust? Sales will come all day. People ask me, Ramon, how do you work with some of the biggest brands in the world? Because that. All the other jokers, Zoho, Dell, Microsoft, can you pay me $25,000, $50,000 for my event? No. First, the pizza's stupid. Second of all, you don't know how to run an event. 3, nobody's coming. 4, you're lying to them. Me, I'm just being nice. I'm just talking. How's your kid? How you doing? How's life? And then ka-ching, $25K, done.
Let's go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that visibility.
Sure.
Right, that attention piece.
Yes.
What are some of the ways that you help people to get that attention? Because there's so many different outlets now.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's always a new one popping up.
That's right.
I remember when Clubhouse, Glenn called me. Glenn called me, and he's like, we're doing this thing, Clubhouse, tomorrow we're doing this thing. And I'm like,
That sounds familiar, yeah.
I'm like, and he's like, I need you for like 5 hours, like every day. And I'm like, what? And he's trying to explain, like I wasn't even on Clubhouse. Breakfast with Champions hadn't even started. So I was there day one, I remember. And he's like, you got to get this iPad because it won't work on Android and all this, that. And I'm like, what is he talking about? But it was like he just struck gold. Yes. It was like he found gold, and he was so excited. I was like, yes, I just said yes, right? Yeah. So anyways, but there's all these different new apps and social media platforms. How do you help people with that?
Sure. Here's what I'm a firm believer of, Trevor. I'm a firm believer that no matter how many apps there are, no matter how much attention people spans go elsewhere, that I will always be me, you will always be you, you will always be you, you will always be you. As my friend Seth Godin says, I'm a firm believer. Any location I am, anywhere I am, me and anybody else, if you raise your flag and say, this is what I'm about, this is who I am, there is somebody in your radius who will be attracted to you. And once you do that, if you do your job right and serve them, they then will tell others. And over time, you will have your own community. It happens all day long. That's what I preach and that's what I do. Stop going after the sale, get the attention, get the trust, then get sales.
Amen. Yep.
I broke that one. You see it?
You did break it.
I broke that
right.
mic. Well, Ramon broke the mic. I mean, come on
Let's
now.
do it. Come on now.
All right, so I want to know what you're going to be talking about today.
Sure. Well,
give us a preview. Don't give us the whole thing,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But give us a little preview.
Since you asked, I'm probably not going to touch too much on Celebrity CEO. I was debating, what do I speak about? I speak a lot to this audience, and I believe I'm going to speak, unless it changes, which it probably will do, human connections in the digital world. I was outside last night with some friends, Dre and Jeannie and Dora and Christina. And myself, I was with myself too. So we were at dinner, and it got me thinking, human connections in a digital world. We're all digital technology and all these things, but it's the human connections. When I think about someone like Stars Tina Wilson, yeah, it's a digital world. She's online. Oh my God, everybody, get out, move your body, go, you can do it. And I'm like, well, I'm already tired.
Sounds like a Peloton class.
Exactly, that's what it's like. But when I think about that, it's the human connection. When Stars Tina rolls, If you want to have somebody at your birthday party, you want to invite Stars Tina because she's bringing a bus of people. Everybody's bringing gifts. That's who you want in your corner. So when I think of that, I think of Stars Tina. Human connections in digital world. Start digital, but always go back to the human connections.
So I've got a question on that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because it's all about the relationships.
Yes.
It's all about the network.
It's all about who you know.
It's all about who you know.
It's all about what?
It's all about who y'all
Who
know.
you know.
Yeah, you know, down here in the South, we say y'all. Who y'all know. Yep.
Y'all. Y'all. Right?
Y'all.
Got it.
So we've got people across the spectrum, right? We've got people that are, you know, high level influencers. We've got people that are starting out. We've got people that are just thinking about starting out. Like, and there's a lot of people that are a little more reserved, probably a little more introverted, perhaps even. Yep. What would your advice be to them?
Sure. Can I tell you a joke about two black guys? Be careful what you say.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
there's a friend of mine, Dre Baldwin. Black guy, 2% more handsome than me. 2%, not much more. Dre Baldwin. His energy, his vibe, totally different than mine. But guess what? He reaches hundreds of thousands, millions of people. Why? Because to what you said, you can have two different quote-unquote influencers, which are vastly different. But it goes back to the principle I made. If you drop science, if you're sharing knowledge, if you are serving your audience, two different vibes can both be very successful. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He does have a different energy, right? Different energy, but he brings it. He's right over there.
That's right. He's right over there. That's right.
Absolutely.
Right. I think his shares are better than mine. Yeah, for sure.
Different strokes. Different strokes.
That's right. So that's an example. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you talked about, you know, making these relationships online.
Important, yes.
Right. I'm kind of bad at it, to be transparent with you, like, because, you know, there's so many people all over the place, different platforms are all over the place, and then I'll meet them in person, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you have any tips or advice for, you know, how to really strengthen those relationships to make sure they're real powerful once you meet them in person, things like that?
I think, well, I have something called a Dream 100 list. It comes from Chet Holmes, and they use it for sales. But in my phone, I have a Dream 100 list of people who I want to vibe with and who I want to contact throughout the year.
I love that.
That's what I do. So it's not sales.
I call it a hit list.
Hit list. Well, the hit list is maybe more salesy, maybe.
Yeah.
Mine, people who I'm probably never going to exchange money with. But these are people that I want to keep the relationship with so we can do mutual business together. You and I, Trevor, may never give money to one another, but I have no doubt that over time, you and I may do something together that generates a massive amount of wealth.
Today.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Boom. There we go.
Let's go.
There we go. I love it. That's right.
That kind of hit the side.
Yeah,
It didn't even
I
really
did.
get it. So I'm going to hold on. Let's get
Give me that. Yeah, there
You
you
got
go.
to bounce it out.
Wow. You should have a class on that. Hit the mic on a bronzeroundthingy.com and sell
That's
a class.
it.
Yeah, you can nurture it. Angeline can get KSA systems. We can like a texting thing, right?
Bang
Every
the
time
gong.
you hit it, automatically text.
Dang.
Trevor.
Dang, you see this guy?
Bang the gong.
He's
Bang-
making a
Bang
bit.
the gong.
Bangthegong.com.
Bangthegong.com.
Yes.
Let's go.
But I don't, it just sound, let me just stop. It just, yeah, there we go.
Bangthegong.com.
Yes.
We're running out of mics, man.
Yes, and he can be a testimonial. I was on bangthegong.com and Trevor helped me. You should, and Trevor can, Drake can help us do an upsell, right? Click the little link. Did your mic break? Click here for $2.99. We'll send you another one. Come on, man.
A founder and a member.
Founder and a member. Bang the gong.
Bangthegong.com.
That's right.
So you got a couple books, right?
I do. 5.
5. Oh, jeez. All right, let's talk about that. How many of you in the audience are authors? Raise your hand if you're an author. All right, love it.
Woo! Yeah.
How many of you would like to be an author? Okay, cool. Love that. Let's talk about the process of becoming an author. And my question to you is, would you have used ChatGPT had it been around?
For my 6th book, I will use ChatGPT.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yes.
In a heartbeat.
Yes.
And let me tell you why, Trevor. Let me tell you why. Some people, you know, the world, I am not a very, people say I am, but I'm not a very deep, introspective person. You ask me how to use Twitter. Some people will, you know, go off about it and all these. It's like you tweet, share, and be nice. That's it, and you grow a following. That's just me. I don't go very deep. So for me, going back to books, yes, what I say is important, especially Celebrity CEO. I have people who have that book and who have bookmarked it. I'm honored to say it. But I must say, sometimes it's that 10% difference that makes the difference. So for me, ChatGPT, for the next book, if I write, let's say it's on happiness, on motivation, Much of what I say is not new, as Damon John had said. But if I can add a few gems to it, which ChatGPT can never do, then I can marry the two. ChatGPT can fill 80% of the book of good information, good knowledge, and I can ask the right questions. The other 10% can be the Ramon gem that only I can do.
There you go.
Absolutely. All right, so talk to me about back in the day before the ChatGPT.
Like a year ago.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like a year ago.
Yeah, like 2022.
Yes.
So what is that process like for you to become an author, to publish a book, to get it out there, you know, for someone like myself who doesn't have one?
Yeah, I think it's 2 or 3 things. One, unfortunately, many authors focus on writing the book. They get gazing inside. Oh, it has to be this way, this way, this way. That's important. But for me, again, for my reasons, because I'm about attention and trust, I want the book to be a bestseller. I want to sell zillions of copies. So yes, what's inside the book is important, but I find that process is a bit easier. So chapters, what's the book about? What are your stories? What do you want to impact? Who do you want to reach? But the game of a successful book, as far as selling it, that may start a year ahead of time.
Marketing?
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
Build your list, build your tribes, get people to buy 50 copies, 100 copies, 200 copies, things of that nature.
Before it's even written, before it's even out.
Come on now.
Hey, but that'll also give you an incentive, right, to get it done.
That's right.
Because you got a whole bunch of pre-sold, right? And you're like, you don't want to let them down.
You don't want to. That's right.
Or
once
refund their money or
once
whatever.
you see those sales, that's an incentive. You're right. You'll get the book done.
It'll trigger.
Yeah. Because you can use ChatGPT and do it while you're banging a gong.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What would you say one of the things that a mistake that you made in that process? Anything that you would have done differently?
Oh, for sure. I think we learn from many of the people out here who I've learned from. But I think the aspect of, as far as books are concerned, not building my funnel, not building my pipeline fast enough. You know, again, because you're learning. So my next book, I will definitely be engineering the game a lot more.
What is the next book?
To tell you the truth, I don't know yet. But I know I have to write another book because people are asking me to. So it'd probably be something about motivation, happiness, positivity, or networking. I was at the airport. I just turned around and smiled at a guy, and he thought I was weird, which I am. But I smiled at him. Lo and behold, this guy, Trevor, random, and I do this everywhere I go. Everywhere. You know how many people I've met in airplanes, even in bathrooms. You stand by let me just stop. But point being is that's a true thing. But I turned around and said, hey, my name is Ramon. How are you? What brings you to Dallas? Lo and behold, I'm going to leave out the company name. His company was sold to a $1 billion company that all of us know, that's, you know, on the street corners, a pharmacy type company, $1 billion company. Do you know what that's like, Trevor? That means I'm connected to a guy who has a startup that was sold to $1 billion companies. Second thing, I started telling him about Breakfast with Champions and video. He used to work for 12 years at a major, I'll call this a media company, just because I said hi and smiled and connected. That's it. And I do that everywhere I go. And today, actually, part of my talk, a lady DM'd me on LinkedIn and said, Ramon, you may not remember me. She said, you gave me your card. We chatted on the plane. And I want you to know, because of what you said, I'm now building my speaking business. Random, Trevor. You can't beat that.
Let's go. What did I tell you guys? It is like the most positive, just like it's contagious. You know, his energy rubs off on you. Right. So I wish there were more people like you, more light in the world, just shining, because there's just so much negativity out there. You see on social media and just everything and politics and right? Yes. We need more people like you. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Can you tell us what's the best way for the audience to connect with you? Where would you like them to do that?
Yeah. If you go to RamonRay.com, not Ramoncito, not a Enye, not Raymond, not Aurelio, none of that. Just RamonRay.com, RamonRay.com. That's the best way to reach me. I respond to all my emails, guaranteed.
Love it, love it. Guys, round of applause. Ramon Ray. Woo! Guys, we got to go to a real quick commercial break, but you don't want to go anywhere because when we come back, we got Kim, Walsh, Phillips in the house. Let's rock, let's roll, let's go!
If anyone is out there and you're a realtor or you are looking to get your real estate license, it's a very low cost entry, $300 to take your real estate course online. Inexpensive compared to like a college. EXP is $150 to join, and it's like $84 a month. So relatively speaking, these are very inexpensive costs. If you are interested in that and you want to work with me as a realtor, I'd love to have you join my team, and you want to hear about the model, then go to join10xempire.com, and I do this opportunity call every Tuesday. Would love to answer your questions and tell you more about what I'm doing. If anyone out there is interested in working with me.
You know you have something unique to offer your next employer, whether it's your experience or your work ethic or your passion or your personality. But how do you stand out from the crowd when you're stuck sending plain text emails that lack personality, lack humanity, and worst of all, look like every other email in the inbox? Job seekers just like you are discovering how easy it is to put their humanity back into their communication and back into their job search with BombBomb Video. Visit bombbomb.com to start a free trial today and rehumanize your job search.
Hey guys, come work for the most innovative company in the world, 10X Incubator. We're launching 10,000, listen to me, 10,000 tech companies in 10 years. If you're a coder, what?
We got
programmer,
coders, we got graphic designers, we got copywriters, digital marketers, biz dev.
You name it.
You
But
got
if you
skill.
like tech, love tech,
hungry.
want to be in tech, okay? We don't actually require that you get the jab here either. Just so you know, if you want it, good. If you don't want it, no problem. We are hiring. We want you. If you're good at your job, if you're disciplined, if you want to be paid well, if you want to be taken care of, if you want to be in a 10X environment, click the link below. Give us your resume and a short video, 30-second video. Just tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. We want you. We want you.
Let's go.
We want you.
Oh. Faith without works is dead. I don't wanna die so soon. I got moves to make instead. I ain't scared, I'm prepared. Big ideas inside my head. I'm gonna make them manifest. And I'm dressed for success. I left, right, order my steps. Network, I ain't gotta do it by myself. Who you know, show me who you know. Better let them know we bout to blow. It's time to go, go, go. Go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah. Go to work, get to work, yeah. Go to work, yeah. I ain't trying to trade my time, yeah. Simply wanna show you what I'm worth, yeah. Daily I'ma stay on my grind, yeah. Have a little faith and go to work. Go to work. I'm gonna ride like every day, 'cause I want everything. I can do anything. Check my resume. It's people against you. They see what you've been through. But look in the mirror, tap into your spirit. It's power within you. Like LinkedIn, I'm locked in. Get the job done when I clock in. I weighed out my options, put the work in. That's action, no lacking, just stacking. Big dreams I'm attracting, no accidents, that's fate. Just go in and have a little faith. And faith without works is dead. I don't wanna die so soon. I got moves to make instead. I ain't scared, I'm prepared.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Show, where what you know is important, but who you know.
Who you know?
I messed my own cue up. How am I going to do that? Let's try that again. Welcome to the Who You Know Show, where what you know is important, but
Who you know?
there we go. Who you know can make all the difference in your business, career, relationships, and life. Super excited today. We are here at the Champions Business Conference, and we got a champion up on stage with us. We got Kim Walsh Phillips. Round of applause. And Kim is definitely a champion. Let me formally introduce her. She's the founder of Powerful Professionals, a multi-seven-figure business entrepreneur named 475 in the Inc. 5000, and a best-selling author of 2 books, an in-demand speaker.
Now 3, by the way.
Oh, now 3?
3.
I got to up. Oh, yeah, there we go. We'll talk about that. And she shared the stage with some amazing folks like Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Kevin O'Leary, Gary Vaynerchuk. So if everybody can give me a warm who you know welcome for Kim Walsh Phillips. Kim, thanks for being here with us.
It's so fun. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, okay, I want to know from you, tell me, as the founder of Powerful Professionals, right? Can you share with us what inspired you to start that and, start your own coaching and education company?
I ran a marketing agency for 20 years, and I did the same thing most of us do, work more and more hours trying to make things work until I was so burnt out I couldn't do anymore. And when I finally made the switch from getting paid by the hour to getting paid for my value, which was a multiple of that.
Yeah, let's hit that. Let's go.
Then I was able to grow my agency to a place of automation. It attracted buyers. In 90 days, I'd sold my company. And so I knew I needed to show other people how I did it so that they could do it too. So there would never be somebody suffering like I did. So my entire mission is to eradicate the hustle and grind 24/7 culture and give people time, money, and space while they multiply their impact and still have a life.
Time, money, and space, a little bit of cash flow. Is that
That's
what we're talking about?
That's right.
Okay, so hold on. So you said that you sold your company in 90 days?
Yes,
Like-
from the decision, the release to God, to sign in the final DocuSign, 90 days.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Dang, that's like got to be a record or something. That's pretty good.
When I finally said, okay, I'm ready, 3 companies made an offer that week.
Holy smokes.
So hold on, because I know selling a company is not an easy thing, right? And it doesn't always just normally kind of fall into place, right? What was that like? I mean, how you've never sold a company before, right?
I had not sold a
At that
business
point?
before, no.
Okay, so was it help that you had? Was it just things?
Was
the
it who
stars
you know?
aligned?
Was it people?
Was it who you know?
So I had a really good consultant. You may have heard of him before, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank.
Okay, yep.
He was a client at the he was a client at the time, and he gave me a few pointers on what to do in the acquisition process when a company was being acquired. It was invaluable advice. And I already had a reputation in the market. All 3 that made the offer knew who I was. So, yeah, it was amazing.
All right. So we got to slow down for just a moment. So how do you get in the circle with Kevin O'Leary? Like, how did that come about? And you built a relationship with him and the trust and all of that. So talk to me about that.
So something really interesting you can do, any celebrity that offers a speaking engagement fee, you can pay that speaking engagement fee and spend time with that person.
Oh, dang.
So there was a group of
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good little tip.
It is. So a group of a dozen of us hit Kevin O'Leary's speaker fee and brought him in for the day to talk to us and work with us.
Wow.
And when we were going around the room, I came prepared. I knew he was an ROI guy. And so when I introduced myself, I said, I do direct response social media, which means within 7 days, we have a 3.14 return on every dollar invested. And he said, you're a social media person who knows numbers? Yeah, he goes, I want you to work for me. I want you to work for my Shark Tank clients, and I want you to come on the show.
Oh,
and
let's go.
Yeah. That's right. So, and I was glad that I had witnesses in the room, because I was to look back on it, like, did that just happen? Yeah, so he became a client that day.
That's pretty cool. So I just got to know, because we're on the subject, he's pretty tough on the show.
Yeah,
right?
but not really. He's all numbers.
Yeah.
We have similar philosophies. My big one is it's math, not magic. That's his too. Like, I don't want the fluff. Give me
Yeah.
the numbers. So we got along really, really well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like his saying where he talks about if it's not working, take it behind the barn and shoot
Shoot it.
Yeah,
Mhm,
you got to
that's
take it
right.
behind the barn and shoot
That's
it.
you gotta take
So
it
yours
behind
was
the barn.
obviously working in 90 days. You launched and sold it. So that's
Yes,
awesome.
mhm.
So what happened after that?
So I took a majority of the money I got for selling the company. I knew how to buy media because that's what we did, Facebook ads agency. I used it all to send traffic to a webinar I had that was high performing. And within 1 year, we went from the 32 clients at our agency to 11,000 customers at Powerful Professionals.
Wow, I can't even do the percentage in my head.
Look.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, we need her help, man. 'cause we got this little webinar thing, this little automated webinar thing, man. We're trying to get some people in there. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. That's what we do.
That's what you do. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I like
Boom.
that. I like that.
Wow, wow. So you've got a book, and I'm going to read it because I probably would get it wrong. The Ultimate Guide to Instagram for Business.
Yes.
Right? And so it's providing advice for businesses that are getting started with Instagram. And I have to admit sheepishly that I have never, I think, personally used Instagram. But so it's a little confusing to me. Can you describe what are some of the tips that you would give to people that are getting started in Instagram?
If Today Show, Good Morning America, Fox News all called me and said, can you come on tomorrow? I'd be like, yes. I'll get any plane, do all the things. And yet there are more people on Instagram that you could reach right now than all three of those stations. So
No
if
way.
you're not leveraging that platform, there's over 1 billion people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not leveraging that platform as this way to grow your business. You're missing out on a huge market. And what's really amazing about it is because the posts, you can't include links. It follows a philosophy I talk about, which is the mom, because this one knows best, philosophy that we're going to be a magnet for our perfect prospects. So in a post on Instagram, you're going to attract that right fit client. Oh, we're going to get them to opt in. In our bio link, we're going to include a free gift. And then the final M is monetize. On the thank you page for the free gift, we're going to make them an offer, either to book a call, register for a webinar, buy a product, sign up for a service. So you're building the relationship in a platform where people are more likely to trust what you say.
And you said mom?
Mom.
Right? Mom. Yes,
Magnet,
I love it.
opt-in, monetize.
I love it. That's my
That
favorite.
that like I can't wait to go clip this.
Yes.
Okay, once it's all done, I'm gonna clip that right there.
Just clip it.
That's a good clip. That's a good reel right there. Okay, so I've heard a lot about with the Facebook and all of this and the ads is kind of not doing as what it used to do and keeping up with.
I would not agree with that statement.
No,
but,
okay.
no.
Tell me about that.
I mean, crappy marketing is crappy marketing.
Oh, I got you. I had that. Like
Most
literally.
do.
Can I tell you a quick
Yes,
story?
of course.
I hired somebody to do something, and I hired a freelancer off of Upwork to do some ads.
Yes.
It turned out awful, and literally, when you say crappy marketing, it was literally crappy. So I don't know what was happening, but the ads were going to like these trolls. Absolute trolls who literally would comment the most nasty, gross, disgusting, like literally pictures of crap.
Yeah.
And they would say, hey, why are you crapping on my news feed? You're crapping on my news. And they would post this, and it was just disgusting. So I'm like, take the ad down. This is crazy. What is going on?
So you can do something instead. You can create a filter with any words that are popping up in your spam that will prevent people from commenting, but it will still keep the engagement algorithm going, which is what you actually want, because it reduces your acquisition cost.
Oh, okay. So you do want some engagement.
You definitely want engagement.
But you don't want people posting poop.
No. And I mean, you got that. Being a female on there, I get inappropriate comments. It just happens that way. But you can create filters so they can't even post. Yeah.
Unless you're promoting Squatty Potty or something. Right?
Squatty
I
potty.
still don't think you want the picture of the outcome. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we do.
Touche.
All right, so you've shared the stage with some of the biggest names in the business and
Yeah.
personal development, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone. Tell us some of the key takeaways you've gained from these experiences being on stage with these folks.
Everybody has the same desire because they all ask the same question when they get off stage, which is, how did I do? We all want to feel like we have value, that we matter, and that what we're doing is making a difference no matter who we are or how accomplished we are. And it makes a really great reminder that we need to use our power to do that for others every single day, and to take a hot minute to do it for ourselves too, because everybody has that desire.
Yes, and I love that. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So with the success that you've reached, what has separated you from, let's say, everybody else in this room who wants to reach that success? Like, is there one thing in particular, or maybe a quality or something that you could pinpoint?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm more successful than anybody in this room. So that is my only success measure is what I want to go after each and every day. And for me, allowing my fear to be there but not allow my regret is my number one goal every day. So I want to end the day without a regret that I didn't do something that I would have wanted to do. And I am on a fast path because I don't reinvent the wheel, right? So if someone has done the thing that I want to do, I'm going to find them, I'm going to get a copy of their blueprint, and I'm going to follow it. I don't waste any time reinventing wheels. I'm always looking for the fast path. Who's the smartest person in the thing I'm trying to accomplish, and how can I get access to them? And that has served me incredibly well. Also, how can I give value to people now that I'm going to want to partner with later? That has also been very valuable. And then what way am I thinking right now that doesn't align with who I want to be in the future? So the person I want to be in the future is this massive woman of impact who reaches a lot of people all the time, has total joy, lots of fun. Okay, how does she think? How do I think now that isn't in alignment with her that I want to work on next, so I can get to that mindset space before I'm even there?
So visualization of it is, or do you also do any like vision boards and stuff like that?
I don't do vision boards, but I love for people that it is. I really am into a process that's called the thought switch. What is my thought now? What do I want my thought to be? And what are the micro thoughts I could think in the process to get me to that thought change?
Got it. To the shift. Tell me about the shift. Tell me about this right here.
Well, the shift is that is the purpose of my life. And that is that process of taking people from where they are now to making a slight shift to where they want to go. And oftentimes it means shifting away from what the people around them are doing, thinking, and saying. And we talk about leveraging your impact and value so that you're not getting paid by the hour. You can scale quickly without sacrificing you. And so it's about getting paid more and making money while you sleep and still having a life.
I like that. That sounds good to me. Like when you said all of that, it just brought some warm over me. I just felt really good when you said that. You know what I'm saying? Making some money while you sleep. You just sitting there just.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Mailbox money.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so when you made that shift from being hourly to being paid what you're worth, okay, well, let me ask you this. A lot of people, okay, that's a hard shift for them to make.
Yes.
Right? Because we deal with a lot of people that get let go from corporate America, and I'm always trying to preach and talk to them about, listen, if corporate America, if the company's not going to hire you, you need to hire yourself. And that's what I tell people. But there's this shift like to become an entrepreneur and stuff like that. So how easy was that for you? And talk to me about that.
I am consistently working on the mindset around getting paid what I'm worth. I think we all are. And I had to unlock where that thought process came from, how I want it to change, how I want it to morph. But I do know, let me give you a quick example. So we're away on vacation at Disney. We land. My daughter had a little bit of sniffle. I thought it was just allergies. We land, and she's so sick, like really ill. We bring her right to the hotel room. She feels hot. She can't breathe. She's, all the things. So I'm like, I do not want to bring her to an urgent care here in the community. We're going to sit there for hours, exposed to all sorts of stuff. I look online, and there's an urgent care doctor who will come to your hotel room and actually treat your child in the hotel room. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I booked the call. 7 a.m., she's in the room, sees my daughter, says she has strep. Awesome. Gives her a shot of steroids, gives her an antibiotic. She's going to be great within the day. She already feels better. She tells me how much it is. It's $325. She was in my room for 20 minutes, paid her the money. If I'd taken her to urgent care, it would have been $35 copay. I paid $325, right? A 10x price, and I was grateful. And so what I'm always looking at is what value can I bring to somebody that they're willing to 10x their payment to me on, and that's the amount I'm going to ask for.
I like that. So what do you think is one of those things? Is like, is there a commonality? Is it convenience? It sounds like convenience was that you see Amazon blow up because of convenience, right?
Yeah.
Package shows up at your door, stuff like that. Is there anything else that you've seen be a commonality?
And Amazon, it's the ability to solve headaches quickly because you can find the exact thing. So it's even the searchability. You don't have to go trying to see, does this thing exist? For my clients, I solve a problem that they want to scale beyond word of mouth and referral. And so they have felt in their life they haven't had control of the growth of their business. They are waiting to stop being the best kept secret out there, and they're ready to have quick, fast-paced scaling. And so what we do is we unlock the ability that they can build their company quick and as fast as they want.
Mark, you hear what she's saying? Yeah. You see you doing it? Yeah. We might need a little something. We're going to talk about, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to chat.
I like you said, unlock it, snap your fingers like that.
That's right.
I like that. So rapid growth, okay. And is most of it using the social media ads and marketing and things like that?
Not all, because it depends on where your right fit is. So some of it might be doing podcasts every single week. That might be the right thing.
Okay.
Launching a book. It could be a webinar. It could be a LinkedIn automated campaign. It really does matter on who your audience is, where they're at, and what your overall goals are.
Oh, so you mess around with LinkedIn too?
Yeah, for sure.
That's where I stay at. You know what I'm saying? Like LinkedIn, I'm locked in. So I appreciate that. So tell me about some of the automation on LinkedIn. I'd like to hear about that.
There is, we have a plug-in campaign that we run that's automated that every single day gives me 1,000 new leads directly from LinkedIn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
With no ad spend.
What's your favorite platform? Which one do you get the most cash flow out of?
Facebook and Instagram are the best for us because they're so scalable, and I have such a big audience on those platforms now. But for my clients, it varies because it really does depend on the individual.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, let's give a round of applause. Kim Walsh Phillips. I think we're almost out of mics. Kim, what's the best place for the audience to connect with you?
Yeah, well, I would love to give them lots of free goodies all around my new book, which is theshiftbookbonus.com. And they'll find me, my contact information, and lots of good free stuff from us.
I love it. I love it. You know, one last question I have for you, because you're going to be speaking today at the conference.
Yeah.
You want to give us a little preview?
Yeah. Well, if you want to scale fast, if you want to quickly identify your right fit client, how you're going to be the authority, celebrity, and expert in your space, how you're going to switch yourself out of your business so you make money while you sleep, and how you turn your first client sale into many client sales, then you're not going to want to miss my session.
Let's go. Let's rock. Let's roll. Let's go. She's going to help you bring a little more of that.
That's right. That's right.
You know
I do.
That's
right.
Let's go.
Perfect.
Well, guys, that's the show. It's all about who you know. Bye. Let's
Trevor
go.
Houston here, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. We hope you've been inspired, encouraged, educated, and entertained all at the same time. For information on our different events, workshops, partners, or partnership opportunities available, check out whoyouknow.show for more details. And be on the lookout for our new mobile app. You never know how this show can help someone you know. And if we've made an impact or put a smile on your face today, don't forget to hit that share button on your way out. Until next week, it's all about who you know. Bye.
Faith without works is dead. I don't wanna die so soon. I got moves to make instead. I ain't scared, I'm prepared. Big ideas inside my head. I'm gonna make them manifest. And I'm dressed for success. I left, right, order my steps.